Hello everyone, welcome to our new apartment. We just recently relocated to Detroit and we're so excited to be here. I didn't plan on doing this video until next year around March, but I decided now feels like the right time to share this one quickly with you because the holidays are right around the bend, and this book that I'm about to tell you about would make the best gift ever for literally anyone on your list. The book that I'm talking about is this one here. It's called Seeking Authenticity, Essays and Stories on Values and Travels by Flint Mitchell. And with his permission, I'm going to share with you the pages of this book that made me realize I gotta share it right now because it's, ooh, hear that car alarm out there? Hopefully you don't, but if you do, sorry. We're in the city now. But this book is a life-changing read. And I think it's worth it to say that Flint Mitchell is like 100 years younger than me. And for him to be able to write such a profound, wisdom-filled book at his young age gave me such hope for humanity. And I think gifting this book to anyone on your list, including yourself, definitely include yourself. Grab a second copy for you. Maybe read it at the same time as the person that you gift it to. But this read will open your eyes to brand new ways of thinking that will really help your life flourish, as reading it has done for me. So without further ado, the pages that I continuously return to and have been since earlier this year in the summer when I first got the book, start with page 41. So I'm just going to get right into it. This is a section called Health, and here we go. Flint says, "The men and women who inspire merely by their presence, by the perfection of their posture, the light in their eyes, or the calmness of their psyche, are the physical ideals of health that we see in ourselves. We do not simply want to look like our physical ideal, we want to feel how they do. Your cells, your very fundamental genetics, have that potential in them if only your mind would allow you to make such a transformation." Okay? "I have yet to meet a man on a high mountain trail who watches to make sure that he doesn't overeat for fear of gaining weight. He cares first about the structure and purpose of his body before ever even noticing the shape. He seeks functional strength and elemental knowledge. With this said, have you noticed that those who drive at the apex of life tend to look the part? It is as if their intention to live a powerful, hardworking, healthy life manifests the physique and energy that eludes so many. The vice grip of a trained heart pumps oxygenated blood into every corner of our bodies, pushing into every recess of our souls, feeding us the energy needed to climb mountains and cross any finish line. Each beat of the heart resounding, much as the organ shakes the steeple. Let it be felt by your closest companions, not just from ear to chest, but across valleys and nations as well. Robust lungs draw out calm composure and firm will, that we may navigate any adventure. Each breath acts as the wind in our sails, like a profound gale across the oceans. Plant your feet firmly in the ground. Dig your toes into the dirt, turf, or sand, so that the strength of your stance would even leave impressions in rock. Then stand proud and show your own spirit the great potential you have through this energy. Take a deep, gratifying breath and hold it inside with control. Soften your eyes and drop your shoulders back. Release the breath and pronounce, the energy of this stance, of my upright posture, of my calm self, of my eyes clear and my heart ablaze, of my lungs full, of my feet steady, of my ears open, is what true human vitality conveys. This is the energy of efficiency, of fitness, of pride in my body and mind. This is the energy of tenaciously and resolutely This is the energy that tenaciously and resolutely ascends the high mountain summits of my life. That is health. It is not 2 plates on a barbell, a 3-hour marathon, a 100-foot free dive, nor a stack of trophies or medals from prior races. Health is the embodiment of that proud energy constantly exuding from your soul. Exercise is merely one tool used to access it. This energy is a balance between the physical and the mental. The way our body feels, as well as how we use it in labor and in movement, deeply affects our psychological state. In efforts that thoroughly push my limits, my body and mind become both exhausted and joyful. I have found it common to experience these states of being simultaneously. 30 miles of hiking has brought me a broader smile than nearly any other success. It is evident that the occasional experience of complete exhaustion is connected to my mental health. I might go as far as to say that a man who has never felt this fatigue has never lived. You may find it in a marathon run or a marathon of work, but welcome and embrace encounters with your limits. This connection is a double-edged sword. The body can be treated with exercise, sleep, and nutrition, which all will help build a healthier psyche. But a strong body cannot compel the mind to be healthy by itself. There are demands which the spirit must resolve independently. One of the most challenging is the ability to rejoice while encountering any emotion. The ability to rejoice while encountering any emotion. The trained, resilient mind is one that accepts its surroundings as reality and does not shy away from them. When you can embrace each state of physical being and every emotion directly, when you can accept them all in whichever form they come, when you can let them pass through you without harm, then you start to become solid, capable of accepting negative experiences in life with vulnerability while continuing to pursue your ambitions in their presence. Adopting this ethos allows you to engage any challenge without fear. You will take each opportunity, no matter how extreme or far-fetched, and dissect it impartially, carving away each layer, each how can I, ... until you have found the most probable route to success. Even if insurmountable, you will have determined its impossibility through analysis, leaving you confident as opposed to avoiding it due to shock, leaving you too timid to make an attempt. These challenges might come in the form of a physical experience, such as a race, test, or sickness. They are just as commonly manifested as emotions. It is my perception that resilient men and women understand that each emotion they encounter, ranging from euphoria to despair, is equally important. It is my perception that resilient men and women understand that each emotion they encounter, ranging from euphoria to despair, is equally important. After graduating from university, I wrote the following to a woman, which I still find to be relevant and true. Upon moving to a new city, far from friends, with a long commute, doing work I had never done with people I didn't know, I discovered a variety of feelings. Some good, pride, independence, joy, and some bad, nervousness, loneliness, fear of the unknown, both for myself and my future. However, I realized during introspection, after reading the Book of Joy and When Breath Becomes Air, that these are nothing but signs of vitality. To feel is to be alive. Yes, to be joyful or proud is to be alive, but to be nervous, afraid, or sad signifies life as well. Those who restrain and suffocate their emotions are merely restraining and suffocating their own lives. This helped me understand that even when I have intense feelings that gnaw at my energy and my happiness, leaving me a total nervous wreck, it's merely a sign of life. It's a sign that trillions of electrical potentials are ricocheting around the neurons in my head, that my heart is beating, that I can continue learning no matter where I am, and most importantly, that I am alive. That's the first little part I wanted to share with you, page 41 through 44, Seeking Authenticity by Flint Mitchell. There's one more little tiny part that I want to share because it also hit my heart quite substantially. I mean, this whole book did, really. Where is it? Page 110. Okay. This is from a chapter called Alone at the Summit. And it's very short, the little part that I'm going to share with you. But I thought it was cool that throughout this book, Flint shares journal entries from his travels. And this one happened to be written on October 29th, 2019. It says, October in Santa Cruz is a dream. The mix of remaining summer south swells with the start of the winter north swells means non-stop decent to good surf. And if you're on a surf trip and there's surf, you surf. A month without much rest had me exhausted, and my paddling technique and posture went out the door. And because of the month-long abuse, my left shoulder started bothering me. So I decided to give my body a break and cruise to the Sierra for some late-season hiking. It seems my trips to the mountains always draw out some form of connection to my grandfather on my dad's side. Even though we never met, our apparently similar attitudes and appreciation for nature formed a bond between us. He spent a great deal of time in this area and, as a young man, planted a sequoia tree in a distinct spot which my father once showed me. Nearly 100 feet tall now, the tree is by no means hidden, yet its history will remain a mystery for most who pass by it. It only seems fitting that for the next several nights I'll be sleeping next to this sequoia. Planting a tree, what a simple and wonderful way to leave a legacy in a place you love. Isn't that beautiful? This whole book is seriously incredible. If you need an incredible book to gift anyone on your list this holiday season, including and especially yourself, please consider this book. This is a completely personal recommendation. I'm receiving nothing for doing this. This is out of my heart and my joy for reading this book, for connecting with Flint earlier this year and learning more about his story. I just really highly recommend this book for anyone who's willing to give it a read. You will absolutely be grateful that you did. So please consider this recommendation, and I hope you have a beautiful holiday season, and we'll see you again pretty soon here. Cheers!